Libra, welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say I appreciate you so very much for sticking with Steampunk community, okay? If you're brand new to the channel or just cross-watching, I'm JT. We're going to do just general reading again. I want you to know I have been inserting the haiku poems right before I start your reading. So I don't want to chase you off, and I know a lot of people are impatient. They want to jump right into the reading. But it's my way of giving back to this community, okay? I designed those poems specifically for you. All right, we're going to shuffle up and talk about the categories, okay? Libra, I wish for you health, wealth, stability. I wish love, peace, harmony, all these things for you. May the universe line everything out for you. The ultimate design. All right, I've already shuffled up, but I wanted to shuffle for transparency's sake. Move this out of the way, move that out of the way. We'll lay these out and we'll talk about them, okay? Just a second. We're going to talk about your current energy. We'll talk about your crossing challenge. We'll talk about what's in the foundation. Talk about the recent past. Talk about the possibilities. We're going to talk about the near future. We're going to talk about the self, the environment, hopes, fears, wishes, or worries, the outcome and the direction. All right, Libra, give me just a second to check these cards out. And while I'm doing that, I have your poems ready, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, Libra, I've been looking at your cards. I feel like you're walking away and somebody is about to step up. We could be talking about a soulmate connection. We're going to get into it. Keep in mind, I am going to give you the best interpretation of these cards that I can, okay? Lots of examples. So sometimes the energy fits, sometimes it doesn't. The present energy, okay? We're talking about a soft landing here. I'm going to be gentle with it because this is the energy here that is it's very tender, but it's powerful. But I'm holding your beautiful hand, okay? You're emotionally withdrawing from something, okay, that felt very familiar to you. You know, a person, a pattern. It could be like dreams or a version of yourself that's just no longer, you know, able to sustain your body. Okay. This is no more text. Okay. And I feel like somebody in your, you know, in your timeline here has definitely felt this shift in you. Okay. This is putting someone on mute, you know, social media wise or any of the, you know, any, you know, kind of presence that you have out there. Um, and it's putting them on mute because watching them, you know, it hurts more than help. Okay. You're done with this breadcrumbing bullshit, you know, the half effort connections kind of style, right? So it's walking away from, you know, either a situationship or with this insane ass chemistry, but you know, zero type consistency going on. It's choosing peace, you know, over passion, you know, maybe for the first time for some of you in years. Okay. Um, Emotionally detaching from someone who, you know, wouldn't choose you. Okay. Like I said, it's a little stingy, but just hear me out. This is craving depth, you know, not surface level type attention. So I really feel like this is just you preparing for like a move. There's definitely going to be some kind of an emotional reset. It could have already taken place for some of you, because I'm getting Pisces energy here, right? Somebody, it could be a Pisces, in your timeline that you're dealing with, but I'm talking about by the end of March. So like I said, as of yesterday, all right, this is letting go of a karmic cycle, that could have been looping for years for some of you. Just take what fits, but I definitely got this energy that someone is sensing your withdrawal. Okay, and this may send out like a message, or they may end up sending you a message, something like, hey, are you okay? A message coming in like that soon. All right. As far as the energies are concerned, if we're talking about the masculine, it's definitely got avoidant. And if we're talking about the feminine here, it's exhausted. Okay. Sorry, I had to get a drink. My throat's kind of clammed up here, but yeah. So as far as synchronicities as well, you could be seeing signs like 888. Um, Somebody could be dreaming about like the ocean. Okay. um, you might be hearing songs about leaving. Just take what fits here. They're just synchronicities and just energy. So all right, we're going to move on now into the challenge card. All right, this is the defend your peace card, right? It's boundaries. Okay, it's resistance, it's standing your ground. um, Someone pushing back when you pull away, it could represent that. A person trying to re-enter your life, after you put your foot down. I've got boundaries. um, this is feeling defensive because someone drained you emotionally, right? The wands represent somebody who is jealous, when you stop giving them your fucking attention. I'm sorry, I don't mean for the foul language. It just really pisses me off. I feel you're a loving person, okay? And in that there is a protection. Your energy is trying to be protected from all the drama, the third party interference, the co-worker challenges, the challenging on the authority of ideas, your actual actions, this kind of bullshit type stuff, right? And so it's kind of got that energy like someone trying to guilt trip you for choosing your own self, and that shit pisses me off. Someone trying to win you back, without doing any of the work, putting in any of the effort. Okay, so that definitely, this is you refusing to settle for the crumbs. Okay, and I commend you for that. It's someone becoming reactive when they realize, maybe they've lost control. Okay, so as far as the energy are concerned here, we're talking about, the masculine energy is in the defensive, and the feminine energy is fucking firm and grounded here. So just take what applies. Okay. As far as synchronicities, you could be seeing, like 717. Um, I don't know, just that sudden urge to protect what space, the environment that you are in right now. So just, take what applies with you here. Okay. Now we're moving on into the foundation card. We have the Eight of Swords. Look, another soft landing for you here. This part might sting a little bit, but I'm saying it with total love and respect for you. Okay. It's the mental trap, right? Um, it's feeling stuck even though there's an exit right in front of you. And I know you feel this. It's over analyzing someone's text. It's feeling trapped between staying or leaving. For some of you that could apply. Anxiety about your money situation, and how you're going to be able to move out of this situation, what directions to go. It's feeling like maybe you're not able to speak your truth, without starting an argument, a fight, or getting somebody pissed off in a situation. But you know it's the staying in a job because it feels safe, or even a relationship, that paralyzing fear of just making the wrong choice. You guys, it's the illusion card. Okay, I don't know, it's being afraid to ask someone what they really want. A feeling like you're repeating this karmic loop over and over again. Okay, mentally drained, from carrying everyone else's bullshit, their emotions, right? So this is the I'm quieter, I'm more withdrawn, and I think people are definitely noticing this. So it's not necessarily a bruising card to you. It's just one of those that's, you know, it's the feminine energy that's feeling trapped, okay? And the masculine energy is definitely got that guilt, guilty going on here, okay? Um, somebody could be experiencing like ringing in the ears here. Okay. I don't know. Like pressure in the forehead or something like that. 444 might be a synchronistic number that you might be seeing as well. Those indicate the new changes, the cycles that are ending, the Kabbalic numbers. 444 represents that. So it's the transformation of something. So this is a wonderful card. It's not a detrimental to your situation. It's actually eye opening. Okay. So now, in the recent past, moving on, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is the juggling act, right? It's more priorities than you have time. Okay. Stretching yourself thin. But this could be talking about you and maybe another person. Okay. Juggling your work, trying to avoid that burnout situation, balancing your needs before somebody else's chaos. Um, it's obviously the inconsistent texting, or them being overwhelmed by your situation. You're pulling away. Okay. This could be like a financial decision that's kind of weighing heavily on somebody. You may be struggling a little bit right now with the finances, but this is definitely trying to maintain the peace, while you're feeling, this thin stretch. Okay. um a person who wanted you, but obviously not enough to choose you, so it stings a bit. But what I'm getting at here is there's clues in this. Okay. There's that. um you might be hearing text, or people talk about, I'm sorry, I've been busy, or I've had this going on, lots of excuses or things. So these are your signs. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be seeing 222 also. Indications for that. Masculine energy is probably definitely, well, I said definitely, but it's overwhelmment. Okay. And for the feminine energy, it's adaptability. Okay. You are capable of adapting and changing with this situation. All right, so we're going to move on into the possibilities. Okay. This one's sharp. I'm going to hold your hand though. I love you so much. I hope you stick with me here. It's discovering that someone may not have been as single as what they claimed they were. Right. Realizing that someone never intended to commit in the first fucking place. Some third party influence interfering in the situation, or someone choosing someone else out of fear. Okay. They can't match your energy. So they chose someone else because they can't step up. They can't commit. You know, it's a painful truth, being revealed, like through, maybe somebody's social media. Maybe you saw this or online, or, you caught somebody in the middle of a bullshit lie here. But it's a karmic cycle ending abruptly here. A friend maybe that betrayed your trust or something like that. For some of you, it could be talking about like a job loss or something. But check it out. There's a better opportunity on the horizon here. Okay. Um, maybe a painful conversation or something that just is it's going to bring closure to the situation here. So it's got that someone who avoids accountability, and you know they disappear when they're confronted by it. So this is not your energy. This is external energy of you. And I know you're tired of hearing this. I know you don't want to hear this. So, it's got that masculine, I'm on the defense, I'm not going to give you what you need, and the feminine, grieving, but awakening. Okay. We're talking about the near future here, right? We're talking about the near future in this next set of cards. This is where it changes for you. Okay. This is the soulmate energy. Okay. I told you there was something in your mix here. This is a new romantic connection. Okay. And we're talking very deep, intense chemistry, right? Someone who finally knows how to confess those feelings, right? With intensity, with strength, with honor. This is a reunion after a very long silence for some of you. Okay. It could be, you know, a soulmate that's going to be entering, maybe around Cancer season. We could be talking about the time frame of maybe like the latter part of June to the latter part of July. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. Um, this is deja vu. Okay, this is like you dreaming about going on a date with this person, before it happens, and then the person asks you out. This has really got, it's got eye contact that is electric. You know, it's someone texting consistently, no games. Um, it's like a conversation that with somebody that you deeply respect, and you just feel your heart healing instantly. It's like, there's that, it's got that partnership, definitely forming in the business of love and camaraderie. It's the exchange of cups. I want you. I want you. It's definitely a partnership forming. Okay, and I feel like this person, they may actually mirror that same energy. That you have going on here. So as far as the overall energies are concerned, we're talking like the masculine. It's got pursuing, okay? And if you're the feminine, it's pursuing you. If we're talking about the feminine, it is very receptive, opening, okay? It's open to this. Um, as far as synchronicities are concerned, somebody could be, I don't know, somebody could be like studying the caduceus, something like that. The eternity symbol. Somebody could have like a tattoo of this. The caduceus symbol, or like number 222. Matching numbers of some kind. You could be seeing that as synchronicities here. Okay, butterflies might apply to some people. All right, we're gonna move on though. We've got this Queen of Wands energy. Okay, and this is in the self. This is your magnetic, your confidence. This is irresistible energy. People are noticing you, the glow up, the blow up. This is you stepping into your power. Some of you may not feel like this is happening for you right now, but I'm telling you, this is your original state of mind. This is showing up in the self. This is in the self conscious. This is how you are naturally. It just may have been a while for you, okay? But excuse me, this is someone looking at you that's losing their fucking mind, right? This is a new romantic option, and it's effortless. We're talking about so much in your power that someone becomes jealous of your glow up here, right? You're more selective with who gets access to you. So, you know, I feel like, this is you flirting without even trying. It's just in your speech, and it comes across to that person is so magnetic. It's like, just by you speaking is complimenting your heart, even if you're speaking to like strangers. This is being more creative, more expressive, sexually. It's setting boundaries with total ease. Okay, you have become the one, or will become the one, that got away. Okay, definite feminine energy here. It's empowered. Okay, and for the masculine energy, it's I am obsessed. I can't stop thinking about you. Right? We're talking about synchronicities that may look like, somebody may have pets like cats. They may be studying like, magic or something like that. You may be in the traditionalist, black magic or white magic. Either one, it doesn't matter. I don't judge. Somebody could be, really into flowers like sunflowers, or, a gardener, or starting your garden or something like that. Maybe putting like a one of those, what do they call them, like a niche, or something like that in your window for flowers, or doing herbs or spices or something like that. Somebody could be seeing like 111. This is the opening scene of your life right here. Okay, this is where your life begins. All right, moving on into the environment, we have the World card. This is everything shifting. Things are ending, completion, new cycles. Those are kind of the generic terms, but this is a major move, or relocation of your presence, where you're at, whether that's, internal or external review. But there's a long cycle that's closing up, right? Closing up shop. This is the relationship that I was talking about, that's going to reach the turning point. Okay, the job that ends, so the better one can start. Um, Better opportunities. Someone may be from may have like a different culture or something that you're interested in, or that you've been associating with. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. Could be also talking about like a long distance connection that's gonna become closer. Uh, for some of you, this could be like, you're graduating, or you're getting like a type of a certification or something like that. Um, I don't know, leveling up, financial wise, or just even in knowledge, physically, mentally, that type of deal. Definite karmic cycle closed, in a chapter that's ending with nothing but grace here. Okay, so for the for the energies in this, the masculine is the expanding type energy, and for the feminine, it's release. Okay, so somebody could be like, a teacher here, like a history teacher or something like that. It doesn't have to apply, but we are talking about the globe here. We're talking about cycles, the world, that type of situation. Somebody has like maybe tribal art, tattoos or something of circles. Somebody could be seeing like 000. Somebody might be gambling and put their bet on 00 here. I'm just saying, brand new cycles. Take what fits here. All right. So for the hopes, fears, wishes, or worries, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, this is a way. This is like a waste of time. You're afraid of wasting your time. You're not going to do it no more. You're wondering, does this connection fit me anymore? Or is the one that I'm moving into, is it worth this investment? This is hoping that a job is going to pay off, or you know, wanting that long-term stability. Okay, fear of choosing it wrong. Those little things are still kind of lingering up, but I feel like there is hope in this because there's someone going to step up. Okay, we already saw that. And you just don't want to be taken for granted anymore. Okay, this is a relationship that's growing slowly and steadily. Okay. um, the energy here is, for the masculine, it's hesitant, and rightfully so. It needs to be hesitant for you. You don't need, if you're in the feminine position here, you don't need that fast, quick, quick acting, someone putting you up on a pedestal, making you feel great, word salad, and then they let you down on the emotional side. Okay. Definitely for the feminine, it's patience. Okay. Synchronicities might look like, 777. Once again, I've got gambling in my head. So somebody may be a gambler here. I'm not judging. Cool, right on. You're about to hit 777. We are talking about earth sign energy here. So it could be dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? Okay, moving on now into the outcome. This is the healing part. This is the calm after all that storm that we went through. Okay. This is leaving behind the connection. It's moving to a new home or a new city, moving into that beautiful, peaceful conversation that's finally going to bring this thing into full circle for you. We did see the infinity symbols with the caduceus. We're talking about the circle 000. So I'm getting that type of energy, right? It's closure, a new relationship that feels safe, a mental breakthrough of some kind. We could be talking about, traveling with somebody that you love. Somebody could be preparing to ask you to, take a trip here. This is the long period of anxiety that is ending. Okay. It's the moving out of choppy waters into the calmer waters, kind of the generic version here. But this is definitely a change that's bringing relief. Let me say that, relief for you. Okay. As far as energies are concerned, if we're talking about the masculine here, this is definitely supportive energy. If we're talking about the feminine energy, this is healing. Okay. This is healing and alignment for you. Um, Libra, this is the year that you choose yourself. You know, Everything's shifting because you need this, you want this. You're walking away from the complete emotional exhaustion here. Okay, people couldn't meet you where you were, and yes, there's been some moments of heartbreak, right? But it's the kind that's going to free you up. Um, it's the kind that's not going to destroy you. You know, Healing from all this. Someone who once played games, it's late. It's over. The silence is way louder than any argument you could ever have here. Okay, and so as you're detaching from all this, the universe is sending you someone who shows up. Okay, clarity, consistency, genuine emotional presence here. Libra, I love this reading. It makes my heart just, I don't know, it makes me feel it's so mature, and it's like a great big deep breath, and you're able to finally breathe again, right? Anyway, I love you. I respect you. I hope you got something from it. I hope it was clarity or confirmation for somebody at least. Let me know in the comments. You know what I mean? I'd really like to hear, if this resonates with you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscription button, okay? And make sure you turn on your notifications so you get any of the readings, all right? Anyway, I love you. I appreciate you for showing up, and I hope I get to see you on the next readings. All right. Bye-bye.